Okay, hello and welcome. This is Hot Flip Heidi. I am a part time reseller. I sell on eBay primarily, a little bit on Poshmark, a little bit on Macari, and that's pretty much it. Sometimes Facebook Marketplace, but rarely. And in today's live, I am going to well, first of all, let me back up. If you watched the video I put out yesterday, then you heard me say that I didn't want to do thrifting videos because um, it was unhealthy to, share the hoarding tendencies. But then I had a second thought, and I thought, I just want to share my journey. And if it happens to be thrifting that I'm doing more of than listing or selling, then what other stuff can I talk about? So in this live, I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. We're going to go through this quantity of stuff that I bought yesterday. I hadn't been to a thrift store for a couple of days, so I was really jonesing, so to speak, for the opportunity to do it. And I went to my favorite Goodwill, and I was there. I had just spent the previous day, yesterday, watching some of Baldy Pal's challenge, which inspired me to give myself a kind of a challenge. Except that in my case, I didn't not check comps because I wasn't supposed to. I just didn't check comps sometimes because I was too lazy or I didn't feel like it. So in some of these instances, I went with my gut and I bought the items, and I have a feeling that I'm going to regret some of these finds. So we're going to go through it. Uh, I also spent a lot more than I normally do at a thrift store because a lot of the items that I got, as you will soon see, were higher end. And so anyhow, I guess we'll just start with the first item. I'll just start grabbing things. Okay, the first item I got, this is one of the examples where I was too lazy to look it up, or maybe that's not true. I did look it up and I couldn't find the perfect comp. And it's a $12.99 Goodwill purchase price. And when I did look this up, it's also open box, but I opened it and everything is pretty much in here. I think it's everything you need is here because if you open it, careful I don't open it badly. Okay. You can see, watch me drop all this and have it fly everywhere. You can see that all the parts are in there, the manual, it's never been opened. Something just fell out. And it's a cool item, but when I went to check, it looks like these were like maybe $30 at Walmart at some point. So the fact that I got it for $12.99, somebody's gonna have to pay for shipping. There's not a lot of money in this. So I'm kind of regretting this purchase. So I guess I'll put it up for the max price possible. On the plus side, there aren't any comps, so nobody's ever bought it. That's actually a bad sign. It's not a plus sign, except that you can speculate that maybe it's rare because nobody's ever bought it and there aren't any current actives, and who knows. So, it's discontinued probably. Maybe I'll just put it up there, give it a price, and hope for the best. Add it to my growing inventory of things that may never sell, but that's the decision I have to make. So what would you do? Hey, Adam, how are you? I was just talking about you. I don't know if you heard that or if your ears were burning, but I was so engrossed in your live that you did about that challenge. It just made me want to go see, actually, if you could explain, how do you analyze whether or not you were successful. What you used a technique with averaging the comps or something. That's pretty much how I would do it, I guess. But how do you do that? That's why my ears were burning, and you did. So anyhow, I bought this. I think I overpaid. I'm pretty sure I overpaid. I can't find any examples of it. So, what would you do? You could probably have bought this for $25, $30, I think, when it was at a Walmart, but they're not available anymore. It's not sealed, but everything seems to be in it. I guess I'll put it up for like $30, and then I run 15% off sales all the time. So, I'll probably maybe get my money back, and that's about it. I don't know. What would you do? So this is the first item in my haul that was probably a mistake, but I guess I'll list it. So I'll have to start a new spot in the corner of the room for things I'm going to keep. We'll put it over here. Okay. And then the next thing I got, and again, I was inspired by your show because you guys were all looking at electronics, and normally I kind of ignore them. But this is a brand I've heard of before, and I think it's a good one. I couldn't find a model number on here anywhere. It just has like a serial number. See? I can't find the comp. There's not an existing version of this, but other Bose speakers that I did find were pretty expensive, like, $70 and up, right? So you want to find more sold than listed. Yeah, no, I know, but I didn't find any listed or sold of this particular version. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna call it if I can't even find a model number on it. It's called the 161 TM right speaker. Oh, wait a minute. Right as in left and right? It's not a model name. So I think these will get money. I only paid, well, maybe it was a lot of money. I spent a lot of money yesterday at this Goodwill. I went kind of crazy. In case you have a market on it. You want to find out more sold than listed. Yes, I know. So anyhow, look how much I paid. $20, 2 Bose speakers. I'll probably get at least $40 for these. So I think I'll get my money back. So I'm keeping these to list. Put them over here. Hey, Adam, do you want to come on live with me? Because I can put a link in there, I think. If you're interested, just say yes or no, and I will continue either way. Ugh. So this is like, for me, is the big issue. Instead of having like a regularly set up system where I, list a certain number every day. I try that technique, and then and sometimes I'm good. Like this is my listings for the last little bit, and recently it's been pretty good. Right there it is, right there, pretty good. And then it sort of slacked off, and today I haven't listed any yet, but I have all this inventory in death piles here and elsewhere, and upstairs, and in the garage, and in the storage unit. And I'm definitely really good at the collecting and sourcing and getting of things, but a lot of it, I think, were dumb decisions to begin with. And I'm still, after a year, not necessarily being good about it, it's hard. That's fine, no worries. But I think I'm pretty sure I'm going to get my money back on those Bose speakers eventually. So I'm okay with that. They weren't too big, but this next item, I was thinking of you, Adam, when I bought it. Okay. So heavy. Not strong enough for this job. Look at this. Look at this. Would you pick this up? This is a natural sound Yamaha A45 amplifier, which of course I could not find any comps. I found the A450 and a whole bunch of other different kind of amplifiers ranging from $90 to $300. So Again, I can't tell you exactly how much this one is worth, but I'm hopeful I'll get my money back since I only paid $20. And I'm not sure how to check if it works other than to plug it in. The lights came on and none of the buttons failed to move when I moved them. So I think it's going to be good. Oh, I'm going to collapse from the effort of holding this heavy object, putting it down now. So that one is a possibility, but this, unfortunately, didn't pan out to be such a great purchase. Same area, electronics and heavy equipment, heavy kitchen equipment. Oh yeah, you can't test without speakers. But you know, I had those Bose speakers if I just brought speaker wire in my purse. But I could part this out. This is a pretty popular juicer, but I couldn't get it to secure this part right here. It won't secure. So I'm taking this back, and they have a policy at my Goodwill. If you return electronics within 24 hours with the receipt and you don't remove the price tag, they'll give you store credit. So this one's going back because I couldn't get it to sit properly in its thing, so it's not working. And I could part it out and get my money back eventually, but that just seems like a really long, tedious process waiting for the little parts and pieces to sell. So I could go back today and get $20 credit right away. So I think that's a better thing to do. What else did I get? So I'm just spending money. That's like already 20, 20, 20, right? Lots of money. Then I got this. And the reason I got this is because I bought this exact same box for my mother who needed a new phone. And I think we paid like $50, $40 for it at Walmart. And so it was only $5.99. But then you go on eBay and the comps, again, this is one I didn't comp in the store. I waited until I got home. The comps were, you know, 25, 35 free shipping. So I can get my money back maybe a little bit, but it's not the home run I thought it was because it's not selling for what we paid for it at the Walmart. Yeah, take care. Go, go, go. Oh. These are not about how many people show up in the chat. This is for posterity. Because I can save it on my channel and it adds to the number of videos that I have. So, you know, it's just good, I think, to do it. Plus, I want to have documentation of this experience as a reseller, which seems to be a lot more difficult for some people than for others. And myself is definitely an example of where it can be difficult. These I think are really good. I'm glad I found these. These are some science fiction books. And whenever I see a book in a series, I always try to look them up. And I only looked up one of these. And the comps for one was like $8 medium mail. So that's definitely good. So I figure if one will sell for $8, then a set, even though it's not complete, will definitely sell for some good money. And these were only 99 cents a piece. So I'm happy about that. I like getting books because the cost of entry is lower. They're easy to list. And I've been selling a fair amount of them. This one, I didn't look it up, but it's so old. Grimm Fairy Tales. It even has this inscription that says Christmas 1954. You would never buy anything you weren't sure of. I know, Tommy, whenever I waste money, I think of you. I think, what would Tommy do? He would die to know that I just leave the water on in the backyard all day. He would die that I waste money the way I do. I just know you would. I think about you when I waste money. I just want you to know that. Because I know you wouldn't do it. But it's one of my skills. My husband would definitely attest to that. But anyhow, this is cool. I don't know why I got it, other than it's just old. I don't think I'm going to try to sell it. I didn't look it up because there was nothing to scan on the back. So I suppose I could look. But I kind of just feel like this is something I should hoard and keep. I don't know. Not sure. didn't really buy this with the intent to sell, but I guess I'll look it up before I put it in the hoarding pile. Okay, what else? All right. Now this, where it is, this is a gift I'm going to give to my husband, a book on retro ties. And this is a tie that I found that I think matches the style quite nicely, although it's not one of, you know, the ones from back then. It's just a reproduction. In fact, the style is, they know, see, retro. So that was, this I obviously found in a thrift store at another time. This is going to be a gift. So yeah, this is the hoarders. We do this. We buy things because we know somebody that might like it, right? And then we never get around to giving it to them. But this one is definitely going to be given. What else? Oh, so I'm not going to do the juicer. I have to take that back. Oh my gosh! And then I bought all these golf clubs. And once again, I didn't look them up very carefully. I looked a little bit, and these were all top expensive price at the Goodwill. $6 a piece for all of these. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot of money on golf clubs. And I looked up the brand. I don't remember how much they were selling for, but it was enough to somehow justify paying $6 a piece. And then these McGregor ones seem to have some, because they're wood and Jack Nicklaus, and I think these had some higher potential. So maybe this will be worth good. I don't know. We'll find out, assuming I ever get them listed. And then I found my first ping. And even though the comps weren't great, I've never had a ping before. So I said, boom, and I bought it, even though I don't know if it's going to be worth, I don't know if it was a good decision or not. But I bought it. I was just buying stuff yesterday. I had to buy stuff. It wasn't the best thrifting run because I think I went a little overboard. So yeah, those are the highlights. There's a shirt I got for myself. That's always good when you can buy clothes and not have to buy them brand new. Somebody mentioned that vintage aprons sell. So this was only $3.99, so I didn't look it up. I'm gonna just assume I can make some money on this one or wear it, which is another option if I'm ever in the kitchen, which is unlikely. And then the final item, okay, wait a minute, not true. This, I did look this up, and I think this platter, this is Willowware, sells for like $30, maybe more, and I only paid $6, so there's profit to be made on this one, and actually quite a few sales, which was surprising. Okay, if it's not 30 or more, don't buy it. You won't let $30 items sit and build up. Okay, I would look every single item up until I was confident. If it doesn't sell for minimum 5 times money, boy, I'm happy if I get 2 sometimes, and have equal more sold than listed, it's staying in the store. Yeah. You know, that's probably what I'm going to have to do, because clearly you can just pay too much for inventory. Although I think some of these are going to make me money. Although I don't like paying $6 for a club. Usually it's $3 or $4 at most. So anyhow, let me put these aside. Echo, don't scream. Don't scream, Echo. Wait a second. I make sure I have my earplugs handy. When you live with a parrot, this is your best friend, the earplug. All right, so the final item that I sourced, and it was really expensive. I mean, the final bill was a lot, which I need to locate it because I have to take back that juicer. So let me find my purse and see exactly what I paid for all this stuff. Hello, purse, where are you? Here it is. Oh my gosh. $152. Well, it was my birthday yesterday, so that, I guess that gives me an excuse to go to the Goodwill until closing. But then I found this amazing Italian restaurant that I'd never been to before, and it had the best marinara I've ever had. It was great. Everything about it was great. And I closed that place too. Birds. Well, at least they're not screaming. So what was the final item? There was one more thing. It doesn't seem like a lot for that kind of money, you know? Hopefully I can get at least that much money back selling the speakers. I got the Bose speakers and the Yamaha amplifier. But yeah, why did I buy this? I don't know why I bought this. I think I put this in my cart intending to look it up, and then I forgot to look it up, and I just bought it. But it was only $4. It doesn't say Pyrex on it anywhere. No, it does. It's Corningware. So maybe it's one of those patterns that has value. If not, garage sale. I don't know. I really don't like having a bunch of stuff like that because it's hard to store it. It's really hard to store it. You can't just put it in a bin in a plastic bag. It needs to be on a shelf, and then you run out of shelf space. Hard goods are a nightmare, really. You have to do it a business. I know I know it's supposed to be. That's the way you're supposed to do it. Okay, that's not how I do it. And as a result, you know, the results are as one would expect. As my husband likes to say, you treat your business like a hobby, you're going to have a hobby income. He's right. He's always right. It's annoying. All right, what else? There was one other thing, and I can't find it. Ah. Okay. By the way, Tommy, before you go, I want to say that I really enjoyed watching your podcast with the guy who I've never heard of, who apparently is famous, and people want him to sign autographs. But I really enjoyed it, the parts that I saw. So you guys are really good interviewers. You even make people who don't know what you're talking about interested. So anyhow, he was a fun guest. I liked him. And the stuff he said about his parents, wow, that was intense. All right, so this, you know how at the Goodwill they have stuff behind the glass? The Bose are $50 plus ship. Great. You found the actual versions? That's great. I mean, $30, it's not 5 times more, but it's close. Hi, Javelina Flips Annie. Yeah, good. So that was a good call, although I would have preferred not to have to spend 20 bucks, right? But I was just in the spending mood. And I normally would walk right by all that stuff, but somebody was talking about, maybe it was in Adam's challenge, somebody got 161. Is that you? How did you find it? I couldn't find it. Did you go on? Where do you go to find things? If anybody wants to come join me live, I'm more than happy to invite. But just, you know, because it takes the pressure off me to do all the talking. It's not one of my skills yet. Hey, Ottenopdruff Lips. It's really hard to say that. Could you have another name you can go by? It would help for me. Little. Well, you could. He lives in frickin' Delaware, so you can go talk to my husband. Yeah. We don't live in the same house. He's got a job in Delaware. You live in Delaware. All the cool guys live in Delaware. What is that? Oh, well. Anyhow, so this Canon lens, first of all, I've never seen a lens made by Canon when I'm at a thrift store. It's always Minolta, which never turns out to have much value. And then somebody on Adam's challenge did really well because they found a bigger Canon lens that was worth a lot of money. So I did look it up. It has a name, EFS 1855, and I forget already how much it was worth, but it was like $30 maybe, I don't know. And I paid $8, which is a lot, but it was behind the glass, and I've never found anything behind the glass at a Richard. Is that Otnop? Is that who Richard is? Okay, I'm gonna learn. I gotta learn the names. I need like a cheat sheet with everybody's names. But okay, so anyhow, now the part for me that's even hardest. Okay, so I go through all this stuff, right? I bring home all these things, and then I put them in various places, never to list. Sometimes I list it, sometimes I don't. So I'm sitting on a lot of money. You know, the death pile is the money pile. That's what people say. And I'm sitting on a ton of it. It's so hot. Why is it so hot? And it's actually not that bad here in Southern California. What's the weather like where everybody else is? I should not complain about the heat. So yeah, this is my thing. I'm gonna figure out how to put in a invite in the chat, so whoever wants to join me may join me. So I don't want you to look at me up close while I do this. I don't know. Where's the thing? I have to invite individually. If you're doing a live on a computer, oh no, here it is. Copy to clipboard. Okay, here you go. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Paste. Looky here. I can do it. Yay. Okay, so in case anybody wants to come in so I can mop my sweaty face off camera, you're welcome. So yeah, let's see. So this is why I don't like to do too many lives, because I get to the point where I don't know what to talk about anymore. And then I feel like I'm just talking randomly for no good reason, when I could be not listing, you know, or maybe actually listing. So yeah, any tips from you guys, I would welcome them. I probably won't follow them, but you know, they might get, some of it might click. I mean, I'm better than I was, although I think yesterday was a bit of a, what do you call it when you go back to doing stuff you shouldn't be doing? I can't think of the word. Well, if you're a compulsive shopper and then you suddenly start compulsive shopping, you know, that's basically what we're talking about. It's been raining for the past 5 days in Missouri, huh? Yeah. Well, at least you probably have green everywhere. Okay, well, the biggest tip you can give me, if people are doing it on YouTube, avoid. Yeah, like trying to go to a Mervyn's and find something to resell at a profit. What do you call that? Retail arbitrage. I tried that. I did that. It didn't work. I mean, I don't know what I was doing. I ended up buying something just to buy something that was maybe going to make me some money. And at the end of the day, it didn't, you know? And so I'm glad I didn't buy a lot of it. Tucson is below 100. How do I put these up in the thingy? Oh, if I touch it, it shows up. How cool is that? Wow, that is awesome. So anyhow, you guys can all read this. Below 100 today. You mean it's been over 100? And we have 5 minutes of rain. Oh my gosh. Yeah, because usually Tucson, that's a dry heat, right? Except during the monsoons. Is this monsoon season for Tucson? I have never lived there for very long. We have a house out there, but we rent it, so I've never actually lived there for more than a few days at a time. So I don't know what time of year the rains come, but we've had to have like roofs replaced late summer. Soon. Okay, they're coming soon. 115. That's what, at what temperature do human beings start to cook? Okay, I'm going to put this tip up here, Tommy. It's a good one. Find out what you love to sell. Stay in that lane. Learn it well before moving to another category. Okay, well, one of these days I'll find something I love to sell. And then I can start staying in that lane. I actually haven't decided what I love to sell. Although I kind of like books. I have to say, books are cool. And I've made some decent money on all these cross stitch patterns just because I got them for so cheap, and I have so many of them, and a few of them for some reason are worth like $10 a pop, right? Just I paid like $2 for 100. I haven't sold any of, that many of them, but I've sold 20 or 30, and that's pretty good money so far. So I'm happy to know that eventually more of those are going to sell. So I like that, but I don't do cross stitch. I do read books. I love books, and they're fun to sell. And I like the weird old ones, and I've found some good ones that have sold for good money. But this one I didn't look up. Again, no barcode on the back, so that would require taking a picture or typing in information. It's a lot of work for someone like me in a store, but I'm already, passing out from lack of food because I'm on this intermittent fasting diet. So I don't eat until after 3, and I thought I wasn't going to make it. There was a really long line, and I had 2 carts full of $155 worth of stuff that I shouldn't have bought. I almost passed out before I got to the register, but check this book out. It's really old. How to help your child in reading and arithmetic, reading, writing, and arithmetic. And it is profusely illustrated. Look at how old this is. It's so old. And what's the date? 1959. That's the year I was born. So yeah, and this is the first printing. So I haven't looked this up yet. I'm hopeful it'll have some value. Maybe, maybe not. And yeah, I guess I need to get to work now, but nobody wants to join me. What else is going on? Okay, if Arizona style weather in Delaware today. It was, oh really? You mean it was humid or not humid, Tommy? All right, so how long have I been live? Long enough. Long enough that Tommy's going to call my husband now and tell me to get off YouTube and take away my credit cards. Not that I buy anything on credit. I pay cash, debit card, of course. I'm not that clueless when it comes to finances. I don't believe in paying interest on things. I just overpay for stuff sometimes because I have to buy something. I can't walk into a thrift store and walk out without buying something. And I think that's the compulsive shopper in me. That, I mean, I did it once. I think I might have even done a video about that. I actually went into a store and I refused to buy something unless it was at least 3 times profit. And there was nothing there, and I was happy to leave. So that's rare, though. Usually I have to find something, which is, again, no, we are eating. I'm listening while cutting apples. Oh, good. Gotta go get a mammogram. No. Why do they, you know what? Every time you go get one of those things, okay? Every time you go get one of those mammograms, they'll always call you back within 3 or 4 days and say, we found a little fuzzy spot. You need to come back for another, the thing they do when you're pregnant. What is that called? The second one, they look at it with a different device. And so it's like a racket to me. Every mammogram I've ever had, they call me back for a second look because just to be on the safe side. And you just know they're making bank on those second visits. and it's all billed to the insurance company. And it's just, yeah, I don't like mammograms. Ultrasound, thank you. That's what it is. Heidi, you need to lose that urge. If nothing there is there, just let it stay. Yeah, I know. But on the plus side, I have a lot of inventory. So if there's another pandemic, I'm good to go. I just have everything's already here. I can just go shopping in my garage, storage unit, upstairs, bedroom, underneath my photography table. There's lots and lots of stuff, but it's mostly clothes. I really don't like listing clothes. It's definitely not the thing I want to get good at and love. I don't. Clothes, they sell, but you just never know which one. Shoes, I don't know. I have a lot of shoes. They're mostly still waiting to be listed. I know they're good money. A lot of people buy them and they sell them, but they're so disgusting and they smell and they take up space. So I don't know. I like books, rare books. Golf clubs are actually fun to sell. I don't mind selling golf clubs, but I need to be more careful that I don't spend $6 for a club that's only worth $25, and that's kind of what I'm doing. But part of me doesn't care as long as I can take a picture with 7 boxes lined up, those big tall boxes, because I think that's cool. Just a tip, unlisted never sells. I know. Hey, what do you guys think of me trying to get to 1,000 listings? I'm at 700 now, 710, 715, it varies depending on how much I sell every day. Do you think it's possible for me to get to the 1,000 level anytime soon? I mean, I guess I'd have to sit down and do some math to figure out how many a day I'd have to sell to get there. But somehow in the last year, that's how long I've been doing this, I've managed to get to the 700 mark. And because of that, despite my not such a great job of finding things that people want, despite that, I'm still getting a few sales every day now, pretty much. And that's a big difference from the beginning. And I think part of it too is that in the beginning, I was you think I'm bad now at sourcing. I was really bad in the beginning. And I have been, I think, taking a little more care recently, because most of my sales, it seems like most of them are sales of stuff that I bought, in the last couple of months. It seems like I'll sell something from my old inventory every couple of days, but the everyday sales are more recent purchases. So my more recent purchases have been better at garnering attention, and also because I hadn't really paid any attention to this concept until a couple of months ago. Not that I pay much attention to it, but I definitely pay more attention to it than I used to. In other words, I look at what if there's only 5 items listed of something, but it's only sold once in the last year, then unless it's a really high profit item and I'm making a lot of potential profit based on my purchase price, I'll probably pass, because I don't want it to sit around for that long, and in order to sell it, even if you drop the price, if there's only one person bought it, there may not be demand for it for years to come, who knows? So I am trying to buy things that have more of a desire, but I do like rare books. Rare books have been good for me. Some of them have done really well. I like books. I haven't had much luck with music, except for some vinyl that I've picked up. And I have a bunch of vinyl that I got. I should go get it. Hang on, you guys, because this stuff is cool. Again, another Goodwill purchase, and I didn't look them up. Maybe I looked up a few, but I just have this gut sense that I'm going to make some bank on these record players because of what they are, because of the type of music that it is. There's no kids on here? Let's make sure before I go get these records. I'll be right back. All right. Thank you for your patience. I need space. I can't concentrate. This stuff is in the way. Where to put the faulty juicer? Back in the box. Along with this other parts. Got the receipt somewhere. Okay, so here we go. Save the best for last. Okay, I spotted these just as they were putting them out at the Goodwill. And these are all a bunch of, I don't even know what this is called. Dark metal, maybe? It's super beyond heavy. Okay, we have the Spell Eater. And I looked some of these up and they had value. This is obviously the same person donated all of this stuff. This is, okay, it's backwards. It's really hard to read because they use that funky font. It's similar sort of incel music, I guess. I have to really look up what that word means, to be honest. All right, all of that remains. Some of these definitely had value. I do remember sitting down and looking these up. There's another one, and one of them didn't have good value, but I grabbed it anyhow because I knew I'd get them for $2 a piece, and I thought I might sell them in a lot. Actually, don't remember this one or why I got it, to be honest. This one, okay, this is why you don't want to have your kids watching. This is pretty grim. This is pretty scary. This was the one that was on top that caught my eye, as you might imagine. And this is a record. It opens up. You see, it's like 2 records, I think. It's heavy. And I believe this one had some good value. And this is Uzin. I can't even pronounce it. Very scary, very creepy, and probably pretty valuable because it's, not a lot of people are into this, and those that are probably collect it. And then this is the last one. I don't know. You can see what I'm talking about, though. Oh, no, there was one more. And this one, I think was like, I don't know, $30, $40. It's green. It's Children of Bodom, Hate Breeder. You see what I mean? This is dark stuff. This is some dark stuff. So I'm going to eventually list these. That's what I'll do today. I have on my to-do list to list a minimum of 3 things. And I can always list cross-stitch patterns because I don't really care if it's sunny or bright outside. I can use my regular lighting and just, do that to get my 3 minimum done at any time of day or night before midnight. That's the plan. But I guess I'm going to have to pick that up if I want to get to 1,000 listings. I'm going to need some serious heavy listing days. But the best listing day I've had in a month is 8 in one day. That's the best I've been able to do. So I've got a ways to go. Yeah, so that's where I'm coming from. Harry, hello. Great guest on your show last night. You talking about, yeah, that was a really good show. What was his name? I'm sorry, I kind of came in the middle, and he's definitely a fighter, but I don't think I caught who he was. I don't know anything about the whole world of fighting. Other than that, important people do podcasts about them, right? Okay, that was nuts, huh? Yeah, his story I saw that part where he talked about, what kind of dicks his dad was and stuff, and I love what he said. I think he said that I just want to be famous enough someday to be able to tell people what you did to me and get away with it. I don't know. It was intense. It was weird. And I really liked it. So yeah, Harry, it was a great show. Jens Pulver. Okay, so he's a lightweight, middleweight. What is the category? And he does MMA or Children of Bodom is a great album. Yeah. Did you look up the comps, anybody? Because I remember it was good. It was like $30-something, maybe more. And it's in pretty good shape, apparently. Of course, I don't have a record player, so. Okay, Richard. Thank you for stopping by. Now that I can finally know your name and not have to try to say hot knit drop. That is like the hardest for me. You know, when I was a child, they sent me to in grade school, I had to leave class to go sit with a speech therapist because I have a lisp. Okay, you can hear it in my voice. And my last name before I got married was Griffith. So I was always lisping. So I have a hard time with certain sounds. Great guesting show. All right. And okay, I guess I'm done. You know what? One thing I do want to ask though, Tommy, you said once in a comment somewhere that you only watch lives anymore. Why is that, and is that true? See, I need to have you like as a guest so you can answer with your voice, but you're good. You're good with words. $60. Yeah, I don't know what condition it's in. It looks good. It's in its plastic. I don't see any scratches. I'll probably do an auction and then have free returns. So if there's a problem with the record, I'll just send it back. What do you think of that? Oh, well. Oh, okay. Let's get back to this one. This seems like it's almost too adult to put on eBay. Like I might get a strike or something if I tried to sell this on eBay. What do you guys think? Because it's pretty scary, gnarly, you know? I mean, I don't want to get my account banned trying to make a buck. That would be sad. Because then what would I do with myself if I didn't have my eBay business for what it's worth? Yeah, well, okay. And so here I am in line waiting to check out with my 2 carts full of stuff. And I was so gracious and kind that I let other people ahead of me because I felt bad that I had all this stuff. And then they only had one person at the register. And I ended up feeling like I was going to pass out because I hadn't eaten all day because it was intermittent fasting. And so there this was sitting in a pile next to the line. And I'm like, do I want to buy some boot cleaning polish for $2.99? And I said, no, I don't want it. It could be old, and dry it out, put it back. And I picked it up, put it back, picked it up. Well, you can see that I obviously ended up getting it. So yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm going to sell it. Old new stock, right? So, and I do occasionally eventually plan to maybe clean some of those shoes that I bought to sell. So who knows? So that's kind of how it is. It's a confusing. Sometimes I feel like I don't know what to do with myself in my business. And then it's like, I got to get away from here. This is too stressful. So off I go to the thrift store to spend more money. And then another thing that I should be doing on my way to the thrift store, I should be watching Bolo videos or something, right? So that I know when I'm in a thrift store what DVDs are valuable and what I should be looking for. But I refuse. For some reason, when I'm on my way there, I listen to like other stuff, that's not related to reselling. It's like it's too late. It's like crashing for a test. If I don't already know what's valuable, then trying to cram it in and, in the 10 minutes it takes for me to drive to the store is just, it's pointless, right? But I always think about doing it and then I never do. So what does that tell you? I don't know. What does it tell me? Plenty of sugar. Okay, is it good? Plenty of it, like as in there's a lot for sale and nobody's buying it, or lives are entertaining. Yeah, they are entertaining because people are being more like themselves, right? I mean, if I was editing this video, I'd probably still put it all out because I don't really care sometimes how I come across, obviously. But I would maybe like do things like change the lighting or hide the boobs or something to change, what you don't do on, what you can't do it on live. So it is kind of fun, but I always feel like I have to perform, which just makes me nervous. Okay. All right. So this is interesting stuff. Never rely on YouTube for info. Do you think Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates watch YouTube to learn to run Amazon and Microsoft? No, probably not. But I'm not trying to learn to run Amazon or Microsoft. I just want to buy stuff at thrift stores. What's wrong with getting suggestions from people that have I don't see, that's what I'm saying. Where am I supposed to get the information if not from people on YouTube? Hide the what? Oh, yeah. Well, the other day I was doing a video and I noticed it was like showing this angle, and I thought maybe I should do that thing where you change you can edit it and change the what's shown basically. But I ended up not editing that time. But other times I would have done it. Go on eBay and tear a peek. Okay, now there's a question for you. I'm in a thrift store, right? I'm gonna pass out because I haven't eaten all day. So I have to sit down to look up comps because I'm too old to stand there and do this for very long. So now I've taken all the things I think I might want to my couch and I'm going through them one by one, right? How do I get to therapy? Can you do that on your phone? Because I never have. Or do I need my laptop with me? Because I just bought a laptop. My husband got me one for my birthday, actually. And it's coming Saturday. I'm so excited. It's going to be my powerful laptop in case I ever want to do any kind of fancy stuff that my current laptop isn't capable of handling, anything too intense, like any kind of video editing software, for example, that's, like Photoshop or I don't know, whatever. It's not powerful enough. So I didn't install any of that kind of software on it. And I miss having that capability. Not that I really knew how to use it, but I miss having the capability. So I have a new laptop coming for my birthday this Saturday. I'm so excited. But I won't be taking that with me to the thrift store because it's like 17-inch and too heavy. Yes, go to help in the app, type Seller Hub. It gives you a way in. So it's not, it requires some stuff. Okay, good. So you can do it. So you do it. You can access it from your phone while you're out and about, right? And before I do that, I'm going to show you, this was a good tip. What's trends? I don't think I've ever noticed trends. Okay, here's another thing that I would love to be able to do while I'm having a live, for example, to punch something into my computer and have it show up on the screen. Is that something I can do? It seems like there was a share screen capability. Host, paste. And Harry, you want to join me? You want to help me out? Anybody, Tommy, anyone's welcome to come in and help. Brick House Salvage and Antiques, Steve. Hello, Steve. Yes, you can share a screen on StreamYard. How? Okay, so I have to sit here while you guys are all staring at my close-up, which is scary, and type stuff into my device in order to find the thing I want to share. Is that how it works? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll do it another time. I'll do it another time when all of you all are sleeping. I'll do a test run and try it on my own. because heaven knows I don't want to look like, I don't want to look like somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. Or does she? Sometimes I think she does. I kind of like that style. If you don't have a lot of pressure that way. All right, so I don't know what to do next. I want to get 1,000 listings. I want to continue to buy things that are selling, and that has happened. The things that I've bought more recently, I said this already, my sales are going up, and it's not just because I have 700 items in my store. It's because the things that I've been buying in the last couple of months are more likely to sell than the things that I bought in the beginning. So I'm moving things quicker, the books, the golf clubs, some of the shoes, and then various miscellany. And I really just don't know if I should be sourcing at all. I love that sound. Another bid on my Furbies. Yay! It's over $53 now for 4 non-working Tiger Electronic robot toys. From when were they? The 90s, 1994, something like that. That's exciting. But that's just like one thing. So it's I don't really like clothes that much, but I have a lot of them. I have a lot of clothes to list. And I also have a lot of plush, which I have not wanted to list. It's in a storage unit, which I'm paying for anyhow. So it's not like I'm paying just for that plush. I was already hoarding things before, so it's just been added to that pile. But part of me wants to, find somebody who sells plush who just take them all off my hands and get rid of them. So I might do that. So if you know anybody into buying plush, they might want to talk to me about buying them in bulk. I'll give them a good deal just to get rid of it. Because I don't really like trying to store them. They take up so much space. But they sell. I don't think I want to be a plush seller. I don't think I want to be clothing per se, unless it's maybe certain shoes, maybe certain jackets and whatnot. But I have this, I should show you. I never take this camera upstairs. Should I take it upstairs and show you my rack? Harry, I'm talking about my rack of clothing. I'll just wait for a response. Echo. I'm going to get my parrot. Meow. Echo, are you a cat? 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 Where's the scan? Echo, are you a cat? Echo, are you a cat? Come here, girl. Okay, I'm back with the parrot. There she is. Echo, you gonna say anything? She never talks on demand. Sometimes. Well, I shouldn't say never. Are you a cat? Can you say meow? Meow. The other day I filmed her saying the cat meow sound multiple times. And I even put a video up for 5 minutes on my channel, and then I took it down. But because it's not really applicable to reselling. So yeah, it's, for me, I was going to show you my rack, right? Okay, let's do that. Did I get a yes on that? Harry wants to see the rack. Okay, I thought as much. I knew I could count on you for that. Okay, so let's go. Let's do this. Let's go upstairs to where I keep the clothes that didn't go in a bin. These are some of the clothes that I bought when I first started reselling, and you can see the mess right there. See that? That's the rack. And it used to be that you couldn't even put anything on it. It was so many clothes, but I have sold a few of them. And then I've stopped doing the rack and in favor of folding them up nicely, putting them in bags and sticking them in bins, because this, what happened, I had this sweater, right? A sweater with knit, and it was on the rack, and I put something next to it that snagged it. So I sold the sweater for like $30. It's a great sale. I open it, I take it, to fold it, and there's this giant pull from where it grabbed onto, I don't know, a button or something that was next to it. And I thought, if I had put that sweater in a bag, folded in a bin, it would have been safe, and I would have made that money. And instead, I had to get a defect on my account. I had to cancel the order. I couldn't ship it like that. It was damaged. It was right in front. So right near the rack, in fact. And that's so I just couldn't. I had to fess up. I didn't want to risk sending it and having them send it back. So yeah. And also, it's not the prettiest thing to have in your house. I don't know. I think maybe I could just do that. I could take all those things off that rack and maybe bundle them up and say, okay, all of these are being sold as one thing, or just put them all in bins. I don't know. And you run out of space. What do you do when you start running out of space, Echo? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do when you run out of space? What do you do? You don't know? All right. Go ahead. Okay, girl. I'm sorry. I need to put you on the spot. She looks suspicious. She does not look happy. Here, wants to see my rack. I should take that off. All right. And you can share the screen on StreamYard. Okay, so what do? Find something I was looking at. Where do you do it? All right. I'll figure it out. Share screen. There's no button that says share screen. There's comments, banners, brand. Ooh, let's do a bubble. Cool. Let's do a block. Let's do a block. Nifty. Let's change our color. Ooh. Okay. Let's change the screen. That only works if there's more than one person on. Okay, the logo, video clips, show display names. I don't see anything about sharing a screen. I see comments. Share screen is at the bottom. Not on my computer. I have mute, stop cam, cam mic, invite, having issues, chat. That's what's at the bottom of mine. Oh well. But I am using my iPad for this, so maybe it's different. We've been live for an hour and over an hour. That's impressive, and I appreciate that you guys have all been here, especially you guys that are still here. Thank you so much. And I think I should stop now. Right, Echo? We have to do something, unless you guys have some tips. Like if you just saw what I was doing. Oh, iPad won't screen share. Okay, but now that I have a new laptop coming, I could use my old laptop, I suppose, for these lives. Ooh, Echo, nice display. I don't know. I just want to get back into sharing my journey with people on YouTube. And I think I'm probably not the only person who just, doesn't do it well most of the time. That I think I think that there's other people that maybe struggle with their eBay business, and it'll make them feel better to know they're not alone. That's my hope. That's my plan to but even still, I'm making more money than I used to. I have more money in my account. I have an account that's just for my eBay stuff, you know. It's where I get the money from and it's where the money goes. And it's bigger than it used to be. And it started at zero. So that's a good sign, even though that's like as close as I get to knowing where my numbers are. It's just, what's my bank account balance for that account, you know? So that's, I mean, that's something, but it's just, I just don't have like a clear idea what I should focus on. I'm thinking maybe these records. I should probably try to get those listed next, and the books. And I don't know about that. Were you guys here when I got that Yamaha speaker? I think I showed that to Adam earlier. This was one of the things I got yesterday during my, oh my gosh, this is so heavy. Careful, Echo, don't be afraid. 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 Don't bite me. Don't bite me. Okay, so see this? Big, heavy Yamaha amplifier. It's probably worth 40, 50 bucks, maybe more. I think I could not find an exact comp because the model number, it didn't show up even on Google anywhere exactly like it's here, which is frustrating to me. It's always like that. It's always off by one digit. So that's frustrating. But I suppose I could just take a picture of it, turn it on, show that it lights up, and then say, not tested, sold for parts? Or what would you guys do? Okay, what is this thing? Tommy, the thing with eBay is all the data is in your hands. You can predict what sold in Terapeak almost to the day when the item will sell. Are you kidding me? If you don't look it up, there isn't more sold than listed. If you don't look it up. You mean, is that kind of like quantum physics? You know, what's happening depends on the observer. So if I don't look it up, it doesn't sell. Leave it. Leave it. You mean leave this behind? Don't leave it at the store or leave it for later? Should I leave it or list it? Leave it or list it? Oh, Echo, I'm going to get a workout of this thing. Jeez, this thing. And it weighs so much. It's going to cost a bloody fortune to ship. I didn't even think about that. Oh, man. This thing's got to weigh 25 pounds. Holy moly. Oh. Maybe my husband needs a new amplifier. I'll ask him. So anyhow, that's my story. And I'm sticking to it for now. But before I go, though, Tommy, tell me more about why you don't watch other people's sourcing ideas and why you don't think I should do that either. Or what is it you were saying that's the YouTube advice is the bad advice? I'm a little confused. Right, the Yamaha A45 no solds in 90 days. That's exactly what I found too. Nobody bought it, but maybe there were also no listings, none active. So it didn't sell because nobody listed it, which makes it rare, which makes it valuable, right? Well, you watched YouTube today and look what it made you do. I know. YouTube has been very much responsible for me reclaiming my family heritage as you know, the long chain of, there's always a hoarder, one removed somewhere along the ancestry line, and it's like I'm you know, jumping into that role and then calling it business. Because then I can do it with impunity until I run out of money. But like I said, I'm actually making more money than I was when I first started. So what's going on? There are listings. Oh yeah, you just typed it wrong. Look what you did. So Echo, you're not saying anything. You will not say anything on camera, huh? As soon as I turn it off, she's going to start talking. Aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you? Echo? Echo. Not going to work. Doesn't do it. Echo. Echo. Oh, there, she almost said something. You hear that? What did you say? Alexa? You want to ask Alexa to do something? Huh? Echo? You want to say, are you a cat? What does a cat say, Echo? Meow. You want to say, can you do that? Meow. Can you do that? She did it a lot the other day. What else can you say? What else can you say? The male African Greys are more talkative than the females. Echo is a girl. Aren't you, girl? Aren't you a girl? Are you a girl? Yes, you are. There's this YouTube channel called Einstein Parrot, and that parrot is a male African Grey, and it talks up a storm constantly. And they taught that bird to say, subscribe to me, and it does at the end of every video. I mean, it did it once, and they put the recording on the edited video, but the fact that a bird can say that. So are you going to learn how to say hot flip Heidi? How about where's the rack? Nope, she's just stubborn that way. Right? She knows she's on camera. She's being shy. Echo. Echo. So anyhow, you guys, I'm going to thank you for stopping by. And, you know, I hadn't done a video for 2 months. And I thought to myself, I'm going to wait for someone to send me a message saying, why haven't you done a video yet? And I was going to wait for that before I did a video. But nobody sent me that message. And I'm like, oh. So I decided, the hell with it. I'm going to make a video because I feel like making a video. And I did. And I think it's great. And only 5 people have seen it. But that's okay. Because that's what happens when you don't listen to Dee Nimmons and do what you're supposed to do to make your YouTube channel grow. The same way you don't follow the rules to make your eBay business grow. So if you want to know how to not do eBay or YouTube correctly, keep watching this channel and I will give you all the pointers you could possibly need, I think. Right, Echo? Don't subscribe to me. Just kidding. All right, you guys, I'm going to take off now. Thank you so much for watching. Yes. Wow. What was that? Who is Echo? Echo is my parrot. This is Echo, my parrot. Echo. Oh, there she is. Say hello. Can you say hello? She can, and she will. Ah, don't bite me. No, don't bite me. Sorry. It hurts when they bite. They can bite. Can't you, girl? Can't you, girl? All right, she's not going to say anything, but I'm going to say goodbye, and thank you so much for watching. And you guys, I'll start showing up in more chats and start watching more things. I just don't know what to watch. I don't know. I think you're right, Tommy. Lives are good because people talk and they tell you things that you wouldn't otherwise hear. And it's not like, okay, here's something, doing a what sold video, right? I've been selling at least one item every single day for like a month, which is amazing considering how crappy my listings have been. You know, the numbers, like I showed before, have not been spectacular, right? I'd say I average 2 a day. You know, it's not great, but I'm still selling a couple of items a day. And when I first started, that never happened, you know, because I really bought stuff that nobody wanted in the beginning. So that's all still there. Or it's overpriced or whatever, but that's another story. And where was I going with this? Where was I going with this, Echo? I don't remember. Just had a, what do you call it when you forget where you're going? Senior moment. I've been having them since I was 5. I also have this thing with the shaky hands. It's called a familial tremors. I had that when I was younger too. So I've been an old lady for a long time. Right, Echo? Right? She's like, yeah, for the last 20 years. This bird is almost 30 years older. I mean, she's probably older than that because maybe 30, 32 years old. She's pretty old. She's been around for a while. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. All right, I forget where I was going. I said that already. Okay, I remembered that I forgot. I don't know. Yeah, so ADHD a little bit, that's part of the problem. But if I don't worry about it as so much as a business, and I do this more for fun and relaxation as a hobby, you know, and let my husband continue to support me. And if I make money, I make money, and it's extra money, and I can do what I want with it. Oh, thank you for the necklace, sweetheart, but I can't keep, you got me this, but it doesn't stay on. Well, anyhow. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I want to do with my business. I mean, obviously I want to make money. That's good. And I want to get better, but there's so much that I could do to improve my systems. And I mean, it's just like everything I could possibly do would be an improvement, because there's just, I have some things down that are good. Like I do a spreadsheet. I have an inventory system. I rarely lose things, so that's good. You know, I've made some progress. I've got some things going, but the sourcing and the listing are still problematic, and I'm making, I think, bad decisions too frequently. I like Tommy's suggestion, you know, that I should have, I should just have a set amount that I have to make profit, and if the comps aren't there to justify that it's, you know, X times more than I'm paying for it, then and it's also has some potential to actually turn over, because it's not one item that sold out of 20 that are listed in the last 90 days, but, you know, a whole bunch of them sold and there's fewer of them listed, right? The sell-through rate, that's so important. But, you know, I just feel like if I don't come home with something every time I go sourcing, and I'm sure that's the hoarder in me, you know, that compulsive shopping, and I need to turn that off and become the businesswoman. And even if I'm doing it as a hobby, I still want to, you know what I mean? So, okay, you guys, oh, Cameron, hello. So here's a guy that would come on the channel and take over for me, so I could, like, you know, go take a shower and change my clothes and stuff and come back, and he'd run this for me, because Cameron was my first guest that I ever had on a live show, right, Cameron? Remember that? You don't remember it, but I still have that. It's in one of my earlier videos that I put up, and you know, that's awesome. There's a link. I can just keep pasting it a million times. I'm so skilled. Nope, it doesn't let you do it more than twice. Did you guys know that? You have to go back and get the link. Here we go. Copy to clipboard. Copied. Press the button. Press the button. Hit this. Hold it down hard. Hit the paste. Hit the paste. Here we go. There it is. And boom. Now anyone can join me and take over, and we can continue this long, embarrassing live show that I'm doing with my parrot, who said a few sounds. Echo, you want to say something else? Would you like a pasta? Can I get you a pasta? I'm going to get her a pasta while Cameron comes on for me. Hello. Echo, did you say something? I thought I heard something. Did Echo say something? Echo spoke. Well, you watched YouTube today and look what it made you do. Right. You do remember. That's awesome. And you've got my back. I appreciate that. Okay, you are in Southern California. Just traffic, drugs. It's better money. Just traffic, drugs. Just traffic, drugs. Oh, sell drugs. Okay, right. Yeah, right. There you go. Come here. Better money. Better money. Echo says, she said burn it all. Is that what she said? Oh my God. Did you guys know that we used to live in a house in the same neighborhood where we're living now. And there was a fire, a big fire one year, and our house was one of the houses that got hit. And this house with 3 levels. The ground level was like the garage, and then there was another level above it and another level above that. So 3 levels, right? And the garage was full of my husband's stuff, and he had a lot of stuff too. So, I mean, he's not the same hoarder as me, but he had a lot of stuff. Even still, it was, you know, car stuff and motorcycle stuff and electronics and guy stuff, right? And I used to complain about it because the inside of the house, this is before I got really into my compulsive shopping. The inside of the house was quite lovely with my mother's china and all these things. And so when the fire hit, it hit the up, right? The bedrooms, the kitchen, the whole inside of the house was basically either burned or smoke damaged. But my husband's pile of stuff that I didn't care for in the garage was safe and sound. Nothing happened to it. So yeah. So burn it all. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't all burn. Oh, you're waiting to join me. Oh my God. Okay, thanks for telling me. Add to stream. Is that what I do?
I think you did it.
I did it. Well, thanks for telling me, because of course you never look, right? Hi, sweetie. Hello.
Long time no.
How are you?
No, long time no live.
I know, long time no lives, right? It's fun to do it. It's like, you know, hanging out with friends.
Hey, Echo.
Are you on camera, Echo? Let me see this. Where's Echo? There she is. She's eating her pasta.
Uh-oh.
There she is.
Pasta down.
Parrot down. There she goes. So what?
I just caught this tail end.
Yeah, it's just been going on and on. It's an hour and a half now. Cameron,
oh,
the
wow.
party man. I know,
yeah,
it's crazy. It's all because Tommy's like so loyal. He just hangs out. I was thinking about you, Tommy. I was thinking, do you actually get any work done while you're on all these lives?
Oh, I'm sure he's doing work. I was about to skip some orders.
I can see him. He's working right now. I can see you working. You're working. You're getting work done as you're on a live.
Me?
Right, versus just in the chat. Yeah.
Well,
Isn't it like 1,000 degrees where you are right now? What's the temperature?
It went from like 110, 115. Today is mild. It's only it went way down today. It's 73. It's way better.
Oh, that's great. Thank goodness. That must have been hard.
It was way too hot.
Way too hot. Way too hot. So what?
Yeah,
how have you been doing business? How's your business been lately?
Good, fine.
What do you? Yeah. Do you ever buy stuff that doesn't make sense? Like spend too much money?
I think we.
Oh my gosh, Tommy, you listed 4 tools. I bought a bag of tools for $7. It had some wrenches from one of those name brands that everybody talks about, and I don't know what I did with it. It's somewhere. I don't.
Yes, I sometimes
buy. A lot of my
stuff
ends up in the desk pile.
That I shouldn't.
Okay, go ahead, Cameron.
It's okay. I think there's just a little delay.
Okay.
Yes, I'm shipping a shirt that sold for a whopping $9.99 plus shipping.
Yeah, I haven't had it. Today it's been bad. I only have 1 sale. And since I'm on 2-day shipping, I've decided I'm not going to bother going to the post office for 1 sale. I'm going to wait till tomorrow. But usually I go every day. It's one of these Somebody bought like a cross stitch pattern.
I sold a cross
that's
stitch
exciting.
pattern today too.
You did?
Yeah,
You did?
I'll tell you what it is here in a minute. Some type of little teddy bear thing for like a pillow, a little kid's pillow or something. 12/7.
So Cameron, where are you mostly just sourcing garage sales and yard sales and thrift stores? And you have the bins, right? Where you live?
Yeah.
You have Goodwill bins?
But I only go to the bins for a little window of time nowadays with there being yard sales and estate sales and garage sales on the weekends. I try to hit those pretty hard.
Uh-huh.
And then on the weekdays, like normally I would still be at work until 5, but I didn't have a lunch today, so I bailed from work an hour early. But had I had a lunch, I would just swing through. I know it's not healthy, but I just swing through fast food somewhere, and there's a Goodwill bins like within a mile of where I work. So I just swoop in there on my lunch break and just try to get as much as I can in the little window of time that I have. So yeah, I prefer.
You always find. See,
Yeah, even if
that our Goodwill. Yeah, we don't.
Even if
that.
it's a few things, I always find something.
Really? Yeah, I feel that way about my thrift store runs, but then I'm overpaying. I'm paying way too much for stuff. So maybe I'm better off not even doing it, And I have not had luck with garage sales, yard sales. They're too far. I live in San Diego, and it's just everything is so far apart, right? So you could be driving around. If you wanted to hit a bunch of garage sales early in the morning, by the time you get to the second one, it's already. You know what I mean? You're driving all over the place.
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes between each stop. And then by the time you get there, if it's no good, by the time you get to the next one, it's hard to do it efficiently.
Yeah. You've got to be strategic for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Not my thing. So this is interesting. Tommy I asked him if he's been getting any work done. He's fed his daughter. He's holding the baby. He's listed 4 tools. So, but that's because you're just in the chat. You're not on live, right? So I tried to do like a live listing show once. I think it went for 2 hours and I didn't list. I think I listed one thing.
I struggle listing when I'm doing lives too. Like, because Sal and I will do that. And I tend to either pack orders like I'm doing right now, or I could take pictures while I'm interacting with the chat. But it's really hard for my ADHD brain, to like do more than one thing at once. Because even though we feel like with ADHD that we can do 7 things at once, kind of, but those 7 things, let's face it, are half. I don't know if I can cuss on your show, but half ASS.
Yeah, you can. Please do.
Half-ass.
Yes, I'm going to start using the F word soon too. I've made a commitment. One of these days, I'm going to start using the F word again. Not today, but soon. Just so you know. So you can say ass.
All right. So yeah.
Oh, bye, Annie. You have to go. You have crazy flea markets. Where, me? I have crazy flea markets. There's supposed to be a good one at the San Diego. They're doing like vintage stuff now. They're promoting it on Instagram. I haven't been. What is that? That looks cool. What is that?
Girl, it's just a t-shirt. It has these skeletons on it with flames. It's not Harley or anything.
I like it. So how long did you have that? And how long did it take to sell? And what did you sell it for? And what did you pay for it?
Yeah. All good questions.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure I got it at the bins. So, probably around $1 cost of goods. I had it for, I think maybe, let's see. If I click on this, will it tell me when I listed it? June 19th, I listed it. So.
Okay.
2 weeks.
Of 2020? 2021
10 days.
Or 2020?
No. Like within this month, June 19th. It's
okay.
The 30th today. So 11 days. Took 11 days.
And it's not a name brand and somebody still bought it?
Yep.
What does it say? I can't see that.
Gildan. But it's not.
Oh, yeah,
it's not vintage.
Okay, so what did you sell it for?
It's 3X. $15, $14.99. But it's
Okay,
because of the graphic.
$14.99. Yeah,
Plus
you're right.
shipping.
That's pretty awesome. $14.99 plus shipping.
Yeah.
Okay. And did you have comps or did you just put it up there, just pick a number?
I saw that there were some selling, there were some sold, and I promoted mine so it would bump me up above the ones listed. Took really good pictures. I don't know. I thought it wouldn't sell until closer to Halloween, but I guess somebody's into flaming skulls. It also might be the size.
Cool.
It's a 3X. It's a big size.
Well, good for you. Good for you. I'm very jealous. You have, so how many sales total did you have today?
Today I think I've only had, oh wait, what's this notification? Somebody tried to offer me something I just listed for $28 and they offered me 20 and I countered at 24 and now they're wanting 20 to see if I'll take 22. Thanks for the offer. Are these shirts blue denim or gray? I'm only willing to go 22. I'll think about that later. I've only made 4 sales today.
Only? That would be like, for me, that would be like a great day.
I was gonna say I shouldn't say only because it depends on the person, but
no, that's
I think
fine.
yesterday.
That's fine for you, right? You've had days where you sell 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, right?
Yeah,
Or
like
what?
yesterday, I think I had
What's
9
your
or 10.
best? Oh my God. Thing. And
I mean,
can I ask how long have you been doing this, Cameron? Because it seemed like you started about the same time as me, back a year ago.
Yeah, about a year.
Am I right?
It's been about a year, yeah.
And do you have, like, can you tell me what your total inventory number is? Like how many are in your store?
Listings.
Would you share?
Yeah, I don't mind sharing. Okay, I have quantity of 1,604. But listings, some of those listings are multiple quantity. The amount of listings is 1,410. I'm really trying to get to that 1,500 mark.
Oh my gosh, you're like,
I don't know why.
I can't
it's
even
good
do the math. That's twice as many as I have. Twice as many. So you've worked twice as hard, at least.
Well,
I have probably that many items in my house that I could list if I wanted to do it. I wouldn't have to go to another thrift store or a garage sale just to go through my current death pile. I could get to 1,400, I'm pretty sure.
I dare you to list just 100 of them. I dare you. If you're like me, when somebody dares me, like come hell or high water, if they dare me, I'll do it. Does that work?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, dang it. I'm trying to motivate you.
Or some sort of, oh, Echo, that's awesome. You made a sound. Does that mean you want something? Yeah, no, I should.
Echo is excited about the idea of you listing your stuff. Echo is like, yeah, list your stuff.
Yeah, it is. List for me, Echo. Do you want to say something? List. Are you thirsty? I know. I need to teach her how to say that. List. Yeah. List. And she knows how to put her foot up. That's one of her skills. If I could teach her to do that with the foot in the air, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. There would be my whole channel right there. Just Echo saying list. Heidi, number of listings is absolutely irrelevant. Yes, Tommy, I was thinking, because I have 700 items and probably only 200 of them are ever going to sell. I think 500 of the items in my store should be thrown into the garage sale pile and taken to the swap meet,
or just significantly put them on sale. Put them on a significant discount. That way you feel like you recoup at least some of your money. I mean, just an idea.
But even if I put everything on a 99-cent auction with free shipping, I could probably move a lot of shit. But then I'd go broke paying for shipping and giving stuff away for $1. So, but it might be a thought. But you're right, Tommy. I've said this before and I'll say it again, because I didn't start getting 1 to 4 sales a day, which for me is a lot, right? 1 sale every day has pretty much happened consistently. Usually it's 2, 3, or 4. So for me, that's good, right? In the slow summer. And almost 100% of those sales are things that I've purchased in the last 2 to 3 months, where I've been a little bit more careful about what I buy. Not obviously not recently. I still screw up, but in the beginning, I didn't even understand at all about sell-through rate, or,
Yeah.
and you only have 530 items, but you average 10 a day because you're buying stuff you're going to sell, right?
Yeah, my wife just started a store. My wife just started a store, Heidi. So she has just barely over 50 items.
She started her own?
Yeah, and she's been selling like 1 to 2 things a day because the items she picked. I mean, I don't want to take credit, but I'm going to take some credit because I've been showing her for the last year. Hey, Carhartts, they sell. Hey, Levi's, they sell. Hey, this brand, Patagonia, it sells. So when she sees the things that I'm frequently selling, she can know, like, I'm going to buy those things. Now, granted, there are sometimes things that she'll pick at garage sales that I wouldn't want to mess with. Like these hangers that she bought that were like from the Home Shopping Network. Like, I don't want to mess with those. But she's been consistently selling them ever since she listed them 2 weekends ago. So you can have certainly less items, but them being higher sell-through rate, therefore are going to sell. Like, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, I'm so proud I've got 5,000 listings if I'm only selling like 1 to 2 things a day. That's actually, like, you should be embarrassed and ashamed and smack yourself in the back of the head. But
exactly.
But
I feel that way about my store. It's to have 700 listings and to have the majority of them be like no watchers, no views. They're just, it's like Tommy was saying, a lot of what I have in my store is crap, but you just don't know what item it is unless you go back through each one and go look it up and see what the sell-through rate is. And it's like, it's not even worth it. It's like, just leave it there for now.
Yeah.
It's not like it's costing me money to have,
I think just do a restart, a mental restart. Because that's what I did. Because I've bought a lot of crap in the first couple, I'd say the first 3 months was a lot of like, ooh, ties. I watched this one video where this guy was selling ties. I'm going to buy 15 ties. Sold like 1 or 2. But they're just going to sit there and they might eventually sell. And if not, oh well. So yeah, if you have the room, just moving forward now, you could either, like you said, have a big yard sale. You could just focus on your inventory that you know is good brands. I don't know. You only know what's right for you, I guess.
No, yeah. I mean, I think obviously shopping and sourcing it helps in a way because you get stuff that maybe is going to sell, right? And if I hadn't been doing the sourcing and shopping in the last few months, then I'd be down to like 0 a day, 1 or 2 every other day, bad numbers, right? But
I definitely
there's so much I haven't listed that, it's hard to justify buying more stuff. It's just that I feel like the things that I haven't listed yet are things that are just going to be added to the crap pile. And I worry about that.
Like these shoes, I got a year ago. I've never even heard of this brand. I don't know why I bought them because they look new.
But they sold.
No, I'm just trying to find a jacket that I didn't label. And I was like, here's a good example of shit that's probably never going to sell.
I know. It's so frustrating. But Tommy, that's the kind of store that I want. It's like, I mean, okay. Do you go to garage sales, or how do you get your stuff, Tommy? Like I said, you don't talk about it much on your lives, do you? Your personal strategies, your techniques, right? I mean, you're not strapping a GoPro onto your chest and walking into going to a garage sale.
I don't know where Tommy gets his stuff.
He's not sharing. He's not stupid enough to share his secrets. He keeps it close to the vest. And you don't want to influence people. Exactly. Right? Let people make their own decisions and mistakes. Echo, are you all right? right? Plus, if you give away all your secrets, I mean, it seems like every person you meet at a thrift store is looking up comments on their phone now for every item they look at. What's she doing, Echo? What's she doing? Are you thirsty? I can put her back and get her a drink of water. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to your cage. Come on, go back. Let's go back.
So, what is happening is a result of me being new and saying to myself, well, I don't have that much stuff, so it's fine for me to just put it all in one tote. But then I started getting more and more and more stuff, and now I don't know where this jacket is. All I know is it's one of the first jackets I ever listed. And so
and you can't find it?
So it should be in theoretically, it should be in one of the first totes I ever made. So I'm going through them one by one. Look at this old vintage dog toy. It's like a little ugly raccoon. Oh, did that.
What is that listed?
Huh? What's
I
that?
got my masking tape.
Oh, nice.
I love masking tape. I use it to secure bubble wrap to things. That's what I use. The extra wide masking tape. And it's almost out and it freaked me out. Okay, let's see what Tommy's telling us the secrets here. Oh boy. All right. You have an auction house where you live? Ooh, you live in Delaware. I can send my husband. He'll never do it. No, he won't go. He won't do it. He refuses to get involved in this. No.
This is a nice Callaway shirt. I must have the price too high because it's not sold.
Yeah,
Where
I've got a Titleist hat and nobody's bought it yet. But I think I start my prices too high to begin with. I go to auction houses 1 to 2 times a week, a flea market once a week, thrift stores and retail arbitrage. You do RA? And you get tools? What kind of stuff do you sell besides tools, Tommy? And what do you mean by people put too much credence in YouTubers?
Wait, what did he say?
He said people put too much credence in YouTubers, and previously he said something about you shouldn't necessarily blindly follow, say, or something like that, which of course makes sense. But auction houses, yeah, that's what Cat the Nurse Flipper does. An online auction house bid something, I don't know. And she gets a ton of stuff that's she pays up for, which I wouldn't want to get into because I think I'd run out of money again. I only get so much to play with, right? My mad money allowance, as it were. If I exceed my allowance, I can't ask for more. So I have to make it. Echo wants to come back. I'll go get her. Okay, Echo, you had your drink? Did you have your drink? Here, girl. You want to come back?
Right here.
She likes being on camera. She likes being on camera, don't you, girl? Don't you, girl? Don't you, girl? You go to the local auction, not online. Huh. And that way, Tommy, obviously you can inspect your stuff before you buy it, right? But I've gone to a couple of local auctions. They just have like a lot of furniture and expensive things like Cat buys, the the fancy, elaborate china and whatnot. I mean, I don't know. I guess I never really thought about going to them. I suppose I could check that out, but I don't need more stuff. I think right now I should just go through what I have and maybe think about before I list it, whether it's worth listing. And if it isn't, find another way to get rid of it, like as a bulk thing, like here's a bunch of clothes, mystery box, $10 bidding, start the bidding, and just get, I don't know. How do you get rid of your not valuable stuff? Lots of people are full of crap. This is interesting. What do you mean lots of people are full of crap?
He means lots of people are full of crap.
I believe anything for 30 seconds. That's one of my skills. Yeah, I believe anything. Every bag, 2 bags put and redonate. Bag. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, terrible info. Can you give me an example, not the person, but of an example of some terrible info that you've heard over the years, Tommy? You don't have to give specifics as far as the person or something that would be
that label that I need to find. All right, I'm halfway there.
What? Find the jacket?
No, but there was 2 things 2 out of the 4. How horrible is that? 2 out of the whopping 4 things I sold today, like a dum-dum, I didn't put as custom SKU. And I just found the other one. Remember I told you I sold some cross-stitching?
Oh, yeah. And you weren't sure where it was because you didn't put a SKU on it, but you found it.
Yeah, so I found that. And now I just got to find the damn jacket. Anyway.
Every bag you bring, take 2 bags out and redonate. Every bag you bring to where? Every bag I bring. Every bag you bring. I'm sorry. Did not compute. Does not compute.
What he's saying, I think, if I understand him, is if you're going to go buy craft at the Goodwill or wherever thrift store, bring in a couple of bags of your garbage that's no longer worth selling. Donate them. But if you brought 2 bags to donate, just bring 1 bag back of good stuff to get listed. But maybe not every bag you bring. Take 2 bags, put and redonate. Put out and read out. Not put.
Hello,
every bag you bring, take 2 out and redonate. Yeah. Hey, Carter P.
So, Tommy, you don't have a problem with getting rid of stuff that might sell someday? That's better than wasting the time listing it? If it's probably not going to sell, you would just get rid of it? Or
I do that all the time, Heidi.
You do?
So
I'll buy a hoarding gene. It's hard to get rid of stuff.
No, I love getting rid of it. It's such a relief because if I take 2 bags of crap that I realized once I brought home was crap, like from the bins, especially because the cost of goods is so low, then I'm just like,
you just
a relief. Yeah, like here, take these 2 IKEA bags. Then I don't feel guilty when I then bring home 2 IKEA bags. But then I try to get those listed.
Okay, well that's something, Tommy. I talked to I think it was Kat, the nurse flipper, and she at one point was doing like 10% promotion. So I tried that on everything for a while, and it didn't really change my sales. So now I'm down to 4% on everything, but maybe I'll drop it some more because it seems like you're still promoting it, even if it's 1%, right? It still has a higher likelihood of being seen than if you don't promote it. So why spend 10% or even 4%? So that makes sense to me. But Kat was saying that it boosts her sales a lot to be paying through the nose for promotions. But then she starts really high. Her technique is she starts like super high, like what do you call it when you mark up, right? When you list the item, you're going to put it on sale for 15% or 20% or 25%. So you mark it up 25%. so that it's always on sale and people think they're getting a deal, but they're really just paying their standard price.
Yes. Same. I do the same. But here's what I would say.
Because promoted,
I don't know how to say this in a nice way, Heidi. If you are promoting something,
you
10%,
don't have to be nice. You don't have to be nice. Be blunt.
You're promoting,
be brutal. I can take it.
If you're promoting something 10% and it's still not selling, then likely it is not a great item and might not sell. So that might be something that you go, oh crap, I had this promoted for a week at 10% and had it on sale and it didn't sell. Maybe this is something I'll throw in my donate pile.
So you would actually take something you would take something out of your current inventory that's been listed and inventoried and stuck in a plastic bag and walked upstairs to the bin at great expense to your health, and you would take it out because it's not going to sell. I don't think I would do that. I think but it's a great idea for trying
only
if you did want to clear it out.
Yeah, only if you're trying to clear out and you're trying to decide what to decide to clear out. If you don't have an issue with storage and you're fine just letting it sit forever, just leave it.
It's just that I have let's say that I have 2,000 items in my life, okay, that could go on eBay. 700 of them are on eBay, and every day I sell a couple, and every day I list a couple, right? So I still have 1,000 items that I've not listed. So the question is, how do I decide of those items which ones I should list and which ones I should give away or do something else with?
And Tommy already, I think before I got here, said check the comps. If there's 15 listed and 15 sold, or 20 listed and 10 sold, like if there's a decent, I don't know, if it seems like it's gonna sell, I guess based on the history, list it. If it seems like, oh my gosh, none of these are sold and I don't want to sit on it, then maybe don't
put
list
it in that other pile, right?
Yeah. Yes.
One of these days I'm going to have a garage sale. So there's like this one corner of my death pile that's just garage sale stuff. You know?
Yeah.
And that's a good idea. Do the sell-through rate. This is something Tommy said that I'm really interested. You've taken hundreds out. So you believe in, don't just leave it full of, it's not about the numbers. Getting to 1,000 is not as important as getting rid of stuff that isn't selling. And putting in things that are selling.
Earlier, I'd rather say I have 500 items, but I sell 15 a day than I have 5,000 and I have, you know what I mean? Like, who cares how many is in your store? Unless you're just somebody who likes to be like,
oh, how many are coming out of it? Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. That's so true.
That's why I stopped paying attention to how many listings I do every day. Because whether I list one thing or 10 things, to me, I want it to equal the amount that I want to earn every day. So it used to be that I tried to list $50 to $100 worth of stuff. Then I bumped up my goal, $100 to $200 worth of stuff. Then I bumped up my goal. I want to try to list $200 to $300 worth of stuff, but give myself grace. If one day I list $100, but then the next day I list $400, like it kind of evens out. Anyway, I don't want to ramble or preach.
No, that's really good stuff. Tommy says, I care about solds. I don't want any listings. I don't want any listgongs. What's a listgong?
At least gong.
Oh my God. Listgong. Okay. All right. Tommy, what is this? What is horrific for the store? Because I'm doing it. It's like, I'm doing it. I have too many items that aren't selling. That's what you're talking about? That's what's horrific for the store?
How do I reprint you? Print another label.
Every store has a traffic cap. Don't waste it on stale items. What? They have a traffic cap? I never heard of that.
Yeah, explain more, Tommy. Maybe you need to join the
Yeah,
screen.
this is fascinating. What is the traffic? It's like a traffic cop, right? Not a
I just
traffic
broke
cap.
my.
No.
Just broke this. Ugh. Good thing I
What
bought
did you
another
just
one.
break?
My
What did you just
little
break
how
here?
I measure things. But I have enough tape at the end that it's not gonna get sucked inside.
Sorry, Echo.
I like my go-go gadget one.
Echo didn't like this. This was like
Okay,
a snake.
I
This is
already
like a snake
printed
to you,
this
Echo.
label to view and void, but I don't want to view or void. I want to reprint it because I wasn't paying attention. Oh my god.
I've done that before. What a nightmare.
There's a way to
Are you
do
on
it.
your computer?
Yeah. Here it is. Actions. Void label. No. Print another. Reprint. Oh my gosh. It's the first one I hovered across. Oy, Dios mío. Okay, print. Now I just got to find that jacket if I even have it. Who knows? Who knows?
You're funny.
I hate that feeling though. I hate that feeling. And that could only be mad at this guy.
My ass off.
Is that my crappy internet?
Oh, well. There goes. What feeling? What? What? Can't hear you.
I'm not saying
We
anything. I
lost
think
all
I'm
the chat. Went away. Did I turn it off? I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Oh, look at that thing. Oh no.
What the heck?
What?
Why am I big? Did you mean to make me on the big screen?
Uh-huh.
Am I choppy to y'all? Because you were choppy to me, so I thought maybe it was my internet.
I don't know. Who knows? Probably my internet. Mine is pretty glitchy. It goes off and on. But all right, you guys. We have been going now for 2 hours exactly in 1 minute, and for that I'm grateful. Because look at all the people that have showed up, Carter. It's nice to see you here, and Tommy has been here the whole time, and Cameron, and you're wonderful to come on and carry the word you're saying, if you're saying anything. Are you speaking?
If I am,
No,
it's
he's just
probably,
moving his lips.
yeah.
Did I turn off the sound?
I'll be done. Bye, everyone. If you can hear me.
All right, you guys. Bye. Bye. Thanks for coming.